you kind of hit or miss with that drive to Vegas. Because Oakland is right there. So they might drive down. But, I mean, for the most part, I think it's going to be the same thing with the Rams. How they went to St. Louis and then they went right back to L.A. At some point in time, I think they're going to go back. Vegas, to me, is not a football town. And then you losing home field advantage.
Yeah, because ain't nobody coming to the shows.
No, not even that. If you in Vegas, bruh.
Well, Vegas just a mix of people.
Exact. That's my point. My point exactly. So you talking about a mix of a collection of people from all walks of life that's coming out there, and then they decide to go to a football game. You're gonna rep whatever team you repping. You're not just gonna wear You're not gonna wear black in Vegas if you're not no Oakland Raiders fan.
True.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Did you see the Rams game? How many fucking Packer fans were there?
Yes.
Bro, exactly.
That shit was crazy.
Took over.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like LA, like same thing. Like that to me, that's not a football town.
Nah, definitely not. All right, so hold on. Let's talk about some receivers that shouldn't be on nobody's fantasy team, but I just got to throw it out there because it's some, like we said, mid-season, we know who's shitty and who's not. If you still starting this guy, you probably losing your league.
Are you talking about who's on my team, or are you talking about somebody else?
No, I'm talking about somebody. Ain't no jabs at you. Okay. It's just in general. Okay.
Just let everybody go, T-Money.
Oh no, you gonna laugh at this one when I tell you who's on my team, who I'm about to drop for good.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Kelvin Benjamin. He should have never been on your team.
Oh shit!
He should have never been on your team. If he's still on your team, holding a roster spot at all, drop that guy. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if last week confused you or something. I think last week that he got like 70 something yards off of maybe 2 catches or something like that. So what?
I'm gonna say
drop him.
I agree. If you got Kevin Benjamin, you've been holding him since week 1. If you drafted Kevin Benjamin, you need to question your football intellect.
Hey, we talk about one of the hosts, not me.
Who?
Did you say you had a week 1?
No.
Ain't no why I was in here.
I thought you had him week 1.
Okay, I did.
Yeah, you had him week 1.
He was one of my last picks, though.
You drafted him.
He was one of my last picks.
No, you trying to flip the script.
You're right. I did draft a nigga.
You know who I drafted with my last pick?
James
Conner.
You son.
Man, get the fuck. He wasn't, man.
Hey,
like I said, the people in your league are fucking garbage. If James Conner was the last pick, the people you're playing, it's like, who the fuck are you playing with?
Yo, okay. You know what? I'm glad we started talking about this. Listen, we're not about to give y'all too many tips right now because I got to go into a whole nother conversation that we need to talk about. Unfortunately, everybody here agrees with what I'm about to say. Fantasy football should reward those who do research. Am I right or wrong, fellas?
No, you're right.
Fantasy football should reward the people who are first to take action on their convictions.
Oh, you talking about the way? I agree. I agree 100%. That's life. If you're a grown man and you just live your life recklessly and just based off of pure instinct, I don't know. Nigga, I don't know what this. I'm at a loss of words, nigga.
Bro.
Like, everything I do, it involves research.
Exactly. So,
hold on.
He's saying he picked up James Conner.
Yeah.
And everybody's trash. That's not his fault. Just like it's not my fault if I put in a waiver for Devontae Parker.
He's playing against niggas that don't know about fucking football.
And that's why he should win. And that's why I should have Devontae Parker.
Conner,
because I knew about him before all y'all did. But no, I got to wait for the waiver, and I'm probably not going to get Devontae Parker.
I'm going to get him.
Because
I already put in for him. I'm in last place.
Exactly.
I'm getting him.
You probably are. But I bet you I put the waiver in before you did. I bet you money I put the waiver in before you did.
When I saw him last fucking, that was Thursday they played?
Nigga, I put him in when I seen Kenny Stills was not going to play on Tuesday before the Thursday game.
Nah. Okay. Wait. I want to go with something T-Money just said. So James Conner was actually available week 1 on waivers.
Still.
In 86% of the leagues.
But that doesn't make sense. If everybody saw that Bell was not going to show up, how the hell is that possible?
Because you don't know who James Conner was.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you don't know. You're going to see who the fuck is next in line, and you're going to pick that ass up.
Not necessarily, man.
Come on, Ford. What you're saying is not making sense, man.
He's saying a fantasy player.
Just because somebody's next in line doesn't mean that they're going to produce.
It doesn't, but you're gonna take that chance.
Maybe. I mean,
not if I'm drafting.
Especially with Pittsburgh, when you know they're gonna use their running back, you're not gonna take that chance. I can see if it was like a throwing team like Green Bay, yeah, they're not gonna take that.
What round would you have honestly taken James Conner?
Maybe 4th or 5th.
You're crazy.
What? You wouldn't have did that. You're lying. Why? You wouldn't have did that.
Look, after like your after.
5th, you're looking for a tight end.
Listen,
if you smart,
that's why I said 5th. Okay, look, you.
I don't think you would have did that. You would have already had a running back.
Yes,
and you would have been looking for another surefire running back. You wouldn't have looked.
But by the time our draft came up, that's not a bad pick.
But you didn't know. You didn't know at the time, and
we knew Bell was not coming week 1.
Right. So you basing it based off opportunity.
Yes,
which I think is not. That's crazy.
Most of the people in the draft who's doing good is based off opportunity.
Nah.
Well, okay. Let me say this. One thing about the opportunity. Remember, we went through the whole Smallwood Clement thing, right?
Exactly.
Smallwood got the opportunity.
I was about to bring up myself.
Yeah, Smallwood got the opportunity, didn't do nothing. Clement did everything. Now, granted, Smallwood had a good week this week. Smallwood had a real good week this week. Is all I'm saying. Better than Clement. But the week we was talking about it, I was basing it off of opportunity, and that's why I was wrong. So that's what he's saying. When you're drafting, when you on a waiver wire, it's different than when you drafting, bro. When you drafting, you looking for what you want of what you know, not taking a chance here, taking a chance there. You research these people, you looked into it. Unless you looked into it and said, for some reason, you knew he was going to get off or believed he would, I wouldn't have drafted him either because he's an unknown. I don't know what he's going to do. If they have more than one running back, another one could emerge better than him.
Who? What's his name? Ridley or whatever.
Really, that's a no. He's played before. You know something about him, and you would be looking like, I don't know. Ridley might take some of his steals. He's just saying the sureness of it was not there.
Well, here's why I learned playing in the 12-man league was just my first time. There is nobody, barely anybody to pick from.
Waiver wire.
But you know what? That's the point I'm making. So, like in the 12-man league, it's a little different because now you got to step your research game up. Now you really got to be on it because you scraping the bottom of you in a deep league, so you scraping bottom of the barrel.
You see, I didn't know that. Like I thought, like there's gonna be people. Like last year when I was playing y'all league, I was like, man, there's still people out there. In 12-man league, there is nobody.
And people hoard. People hoard players.
Yes, that's what these niggas are doing. Like, I'm looking on their fucking
you got
bench.
Like 4
these
running backs on your bench.
On their bench.
Why are you doing that? Why do you have 4 running backs on your bench? Like,
well, y'all talking about me right now, and I'll tell you why.
Fucking hoarders.
Because you gonna come at me offering me for trades.
Yeah,
but this is the thing. The niggas in our league, I'm offering them like decent players for real, and they're like, nah, nigga.
No, because you trying to trade Calvin Benjamin. Ain't don't nobody want Calvin Benjamin. You better off offering like, I give you this brand new toaster for fucking Marlon Mack.
I usually feel like the cap on the fantasy players where you can only have this many of this position or this many of that position was wrong. This year, I understand why some people do that. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, there's no running backs. Every running back on our waiver wire do not get a touch at all, ever. So you can't pick up a running back on the waiver wire at this point.
Yeah, and that's smart though. Like the only running back on mine right now is, so what you do now in leagues like that, you have to keep checking your transactions, seeing who got rid of somebody, because what a lot of people do, especially a lot of newer fantasy players, is because they have 2 back-to-back or 3 back-to-back weeks to where a certain player didn't produce. Now they ready to let him go. So did somebody drop Smallwood? I got I got Clemens.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna get the waiver, but I'll put in for it.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. Because Smallwood, I'm telling you, he's gonna emerge as the better back, the more useful, versatile back. Clement is the better pure runner. I will give y'all that.
Well, I'm going based off touches. So he got out touched. Clemens got out touched 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
And then they introducing Adams, the rookie, into the mix now. So I'm like, well, and really, I'm picking up Smallwood just so don't nobody else pick him up. Because I don't even need him.
Fucking hoarder, bro.
It's just like tight ends, too. Like, there is no tight ends in our fucking league.
Nah, sure ain't. I mean, it's not that many tight ends in the league. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So after like five, I'll say there's like 5 good ones that's going to get you points every week.
You have teams who don't even throw
that's
their
my
tight end.
point. That brings me back to what you said. That's why I think that's crazy. I don't believe that you would take James Conner going back.
I said fifth round.
Fifth round, people drafting tight ends.
You
bro.
still need another wide receiver.
Exactly.
But that's the thing.
You're not even thinking about some unknown guy.
But that's the thing. Why you would think like wide receivers are deep where you could wait at least a round and get more running backs.
Nah.
Maybe.
Nah.
I mean, I don't know, but not somebody unsure. You gonna take a James Conner over picking up a known wide receiver?
Let's be honest. What wide receiver is dominating right now?
I don't know, but
besides Antonio Brown,
you would have picked up James Conner before Alshon Jeffrey.
Adam Thielen.
Okay, but didn't nobody know he was going to do that this year?
Are you going to pick up James Conner before Stephon Diggs?
Yes. I don't like Stephon Diggs.
Why?
Because he's an up and down wide receiver.
You see the commercial with the
the
mailbox?
Everything does not stick to that nigga hands. That line.
Yo, so he play football, huh?
Bro, I like Stephon Diggs, man.
But you know what? I ain't even being funny, man. Like, it's no way that I would have took, like, so I took him very last round. Bro, I drafted Nick Chubbs before I drafted him.
Damn.
Because I was like, man, just in case he go down.
With knowing that Carlos Hyde was on the Browns?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man, no, I wouldn't have did that. Hell
absolutely.
No.
Well, because it's the Browns. The Browns don't commit to nothing. Nobody. So let Carlos clearly. Yeah, but Carlos Hyde is which was a good decision for me because they traded him.
I mean, luckily.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what mind state you would have been in during the draft. Like, it's easy to say now, knowing everything he did. Like, we know everything he's done right now. So it's like, it's kind of hard to put yourself back into the mind frame of not knowing what kind of production he's going to have and say you still
but if you saw he wasn't coming week 1, that means you like, oh, shit.
Yeah, pick up somebody who's another starting running back I can get.
Yeah, but if you know Connor's going to start, why not pick him up?
But we didn't know that.
You didn't know it.
We didn't know that. He wasn't named the starter.
No, yes, he was.
He was on.
From the preseason, they said he was going to start.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, the reason why I drafted him last round is because of what I did. I like what I seen in preseason.
Or take this for example. When Lynch went out, how many people drafted what's his name, Richards and Doug Martin? You drafted whoever. If you can get your hands on any one of them, you're gonna take them because you knew Lynch went down.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, but you still talking about names, recognizable names. So when you drafting, that's what people are programmed to go after. Hey, I know what he did last season, so I'm gonna grab him. You drafting based completely off of the performance that individual done the previous season. Even when you looking at projections, whether it's Yahoo or ESPN, they're giving you projections based off of the performance that was done last season.
Okay. Well, to reference to that, so just like when Bell went out, and I'm gonna bring up D'Angelo again. You didn't know he was gonna do that. You had to take a chance when you picked him up, right?
Negative. D'Angelo Williams. No, because
D'Angelo Williams' a name.
I mean, he's a name, but you didn't know he was gonna. He's old now. You didn't know he was gonna. He's wearing fucking pink hair in his hair. You didn't know he was gonna fucking ball out.
It's for breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, but he kept it in for like 5 weeks.
He said he do breast cancer all year round.
No, he does though, because his mom.
No, I know he does. I'm just joking, but I'm just saying you didn't know he was gonna ball out.
But no, actually, I did. He was balling out in Carolina.
Yeah, but by the time Pittsburgh got him, he was old and done.
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with that because your point that you're trying to prove is only proving my point because you still bringing up names, recognizable names. I drafted him because I know that I was gonna get my money's worth the first 4 games of the season until Le'Veon got back. And then I was planning on just dropping him, which is exactly what I did.
Okay, so